Dead Bits is interesting. I guess it's at least a game. I mean, it's not a good game, but it's still a game. Really, I think it's just a pile of bad ideas and a bad execution, so let's just get into it and see how bad it really is. I don't know, the menu screen starts out with some pretty rockin' music, my dude, but it's all downhill from there. Okay, this beginning kind of cinematic to the game kind of gives you an idea of the feel of the rest of the game, so I'll just let you look at this for a bit. So basically you're playing as like a little dude named Quilly. Oh my god, that's such a stupid name. And then some alien, right, abducts you, and you gotta like complete a bunch of tests for him, and then he'll let you go back to your house. So it's like, okay, it's nothing like Saw, but I don't know. So basically, you just have to complete 9 levels to beat the game, but each level gets progressively harder and more difficult than, did I just say harder and more difficult? Longer and more difficult than the last level. The first level is just kind of there to show you the ropes. It shows you one of the 3 guns that you're going to be using, those guns being a bat, like an assault rifle, and like a shotgun. You're using the assault rifle in this one. Basically, it's just a game where you shoot stuff and jump around, and that's it. Now, level 2 gives you both the shotgun and the assault rifle, and you know what? Level 2 is probably one of my favorite levels, if not my favorite, because it actually starts out decently well. You know, some dubstep kicks in, you have a giant shotgun, and you're shooting zombies who are exploding, and there's all these effects on the screen, you're jumping around. You know, it's actually not, like, that bad. But then, once the music ends, instead of starting a new song, or maybe kicking in some more music when you meet the next group of enemies, it just stops the music altogether, so you're not listening to anything. The rest of the level pretty much just consists of walking through tunnels, so that's not very fun. Now, level 3. Level 3, I absolutely hate. And that's because in this level, instead of giving you guns, they give you a freaking bat that you have to kill stuff with, which might not be that bad if it's like well designed. You know, there's some cool melee attack enemies that'll run after you out to quick destroy them, right? That's not what happens. Instead, you're facing against a giant monster that's a huge range, so anytime you go even near him to hit him, he takes away half your health. If you get lucky enough to kill, well, maybe lucky's not the right word, because the rest of the level consists of walking through tunnels. At least in these tunnels there are some monsters, but really they just have streams and streams of monsters coming towards you, and it's not that fun because they all do the same thing, and you just sit there pretty much holding mouse 1 just hitting them. It's not fun. Level 4 also consists of ding ding ding, you guessed it, running through tunnels and hitting more enemies. At least at the end there's a little platforming section. Now, level 5 is actually a little better when compared to the past ones, because there's actually like a decent mix of like platforming and shooting enemies. I mean, I guess it's not good that the platforming in this game sucks, because you jump like less than a foot into the air, but I don't know, I guess that's something. There's actually kind of a cool section where they give you every single weapon in the game, and they put you in a small room with a ton of enemies and just let you kill all of them. That's pretty cool, I guess. Also, the platforming in this game really isn't fun. It's just kind of like climbing stairs, but you have to like press space every time to jump, so you're pretty much just just jumping and going forward. It's really not fun. Then he just shoots things and the level ends. Test 6. Probably my least favorite test. Well, I don't know, they're all pretty bad. It's hard to find out which one's my least favorite, but this is definitely down there. First off, this level is insanely long, taking me like half an hour to beat, while all the other levels only took me a couple minutes. You also start out with no weapons, having to platform around while giant monsters throw things at you. It's not the giant monsters that are the problem though, because there's lava all over the level, like, all over, and if you touch it, you die instantly. You have to start the entire level all over again. Also, none of these levels have any checkpoints, so if you die, you're going back to the start. I mean, in a volcano level, usually having to platform over lava wouldn't be that bad, but the problem is there's so much lava, I didn't even realize until like dying 5 times to it that I had to avoid it. I just thought it was a part of the level, because you see lava more than you see actual ground in this level. I was also confused because there's some lava that you can step on without dying, and there's no way to distinguish it from the lava that kills you, so that's, oh my god. Eventually you do get a weapon, but all you do is just kill one big boy and then the level's over. Test 7 is weird. Basically throughout the level you're just traveling down some like tiny corridor. Also, in every single other level, when you get dropped off, it gives you a weapon, but in this one, you have to find it, but it's not stated, so I initially tried to go through the level without a weapon, but that didn't end up too well for me. Now, the weapon that you get in this level, which is some random bonus weapon that the game doesn't even talk about until now, but you're pretty much going to be using it for the rest of the game, the thing that's so bad about it is it does more damage than any other weapon, but the problem is, there are no sights. There is no sight. You have no idea where you're aiming. On every single other weapon, even the freaking baseball bat, they have like a mark to show you where you're aiming, but not on this weapon, so you have to just guess. But you might be thinking, oh hey, you can see the bullets, right? Those big flaming bullets, right? I'll just look to see where those go, and then I know that's where I'm aiming. Wrong. They don't even go to where you're aiming. If you're hitting them, the bullets will go like above them, because it's not like where you're aiming. It's so stupid. And it sucks because this is the weapon that you're going to be using for the rest of the game, and like all the last levels make up pretty much the majority of the game, so you have no idea where you're aiming this entire time. Level 7 is also extremely long, and the corridor and the fighting itself is pretty much bad, just like the rest of the game, but the thing that makes it even worse are that these little gold spinning things on the ground, right? But they're bad, you gotta avoid them, right? You're thinking, oh, yeah, that's fine, I can just jump over them, you know? I can just run past them, even if they hit me. What are they gonna do, just take away something? No, it instantly kills you and sends you back to the beginning of this extremely long level. Your jump in this game also sucks, so you have to time your jumps extremely well if you're going to get over one of these things. This entire level is also timed, so you have to just sprint through it. Level 8. I really think the developers just gave up at this point. I really think they did. Basically, you just gotta survive against 3 waves of enemies. Guess what? Yeah, you're in a spaceship, but guess what gun you're using? That's right, the one without the sights, so you have to guess where you're going the entire time. At least you're faster than a lot of the enemies, and you just kind of run away from them and shoot, which really isn't very exciting gameplay, but I mean, really, neither is the rest of the game, so. Out of the 3 waves, wave 1 is definitely the best, and that's because it's the least cancerous. Basically, you just run backwards and shoot, and that's the entire wave. Wave 2, now instead of just zombie dudes, there's also spaceship people, and I don't know, you also just kind of run backwards and shoot, but there's just a greater chance of you getting hit. In Wave 3, there is just an absolutely ridiculous amount of enemies. Usually, that wouldn't be much of a problem, but there is also a bunch of those gold spiky thingies that were in the last level. Yeah, those are on Wave 3, and if you hit those, you have to go all the way to the back of this. This level also took me like half an hour, while all the other ones took me like a couple of minutes, because I kept getting to Wave 3, right? And then I would hit those gold things and have to restart the entire thing all over again, and that happened like 10 times. So now, level 10, I was recording, and I got all the way to the final boss, and I almost beat it, and I died, and after that happened, my computer ran out of space and deleted the recording, because I'm stupid, and I have a bunch of random never mind. But I guess I'll just show you this video of someone else beating the game. I mean, I didn't beat the game, but I was like really close. I died in like the last part of the final boss. Basically, you just have to like do all the other things that you did in all the other levels, but in like a really cancerous way that really hurts your eyes. And then you beat the boss. But what gun do you beat the boss with? The one with no sight. I died on this boss so many times because I didn't know where I was aiming. Oh my god. This game makes me so mad. I think really, this game could have been good, but it really just committed the worst crime a game could possibly commit. And that's that it really just wasn't fun.
Deja vu, I just been to this place before.